Mine.
Howdy, this is the Gene Machine. And hold up. I know, this video seems out of nowhere. If you're familiar with my channel, you know I make content on terrible mobile game ads, but I've been thinking about something recently and I really thought, hey, what if instead of just thinking about it, I talked about it? So here we are. I wanted to talk about the next Super Smash Bros. Game. Ever since Super Smash Bros. Ultimate came out, I've asked myself the question, where do they go from here? They made a game that is rightfully called Ultimate. They added every character from the past games, almost every stage, a story mode that has more to it than the Subspace Emissary from Brawl.
You're dead to me.
Some of the biggest licensed characters for DLC we've seen yet.
Here comes the money!
I mean, I could go on. Smash Ultimate is truly the ultimate Smash game. But eventually, Nintendo is gonna make a new Smash game for their next console. Of course they are, it's one of their biggest franchises. So, how are they going to make the next Smash title a true upgrade from Ultimate? I've asked myself this for a long time, and really, all I've come up with until this day is simply, more characters, more stages, or a bigger story mode. But while, of course, all of these things would be considered an upgrade, I don't think it's as big of an upgrade as to what Smash Ultimate provided. And obviously, Nintendo is going to want the next Smash title to have as big of an upgrade as Ultimate did in comparison to Smash 4. So I ask again, how are they going to do it? To me personally, I feel like I finally found the answer, and that was thanks to a game that got revealed today, on November 18th. That game is called Multiverses. It's a platform fighter with Warner Bros. Characters that has a free-to-play formula. Also, it has Shaggy going Super Saiyan. I will be buying this game for this reason only. Now, when I say free-to-play formula, I mean that the game is putting an emphasis on cosmetics and cosmetic microtransactions, or at least I'm assuming the microtransactions are going to be cosmetic only. Hopefully. And in return, their game is going to be free-to-play. This is the path I think Nintendo could go to make the next Smash title an ultimate upgrade. Now wait. I know that half of you watching this video right now just heard that and are going to hit the dislike button. I completely get the negative stigma around cosmetic microtransactions in video games, but I think we can all at least somewhat agree that a game can be great with cosmetic microtransactions if done correctly. Obviously, if not done right, it can turn into a complete disaster, but I want you to look at this as being done the right way, at least in my opinion. So, I ask before you hit the dislike button, at least hear me out, and hey, if you end up agreeing with me, maybe drop a like, because I'm sure this video isn't going to do too well on the like bar regardless, which, again, is understandable. So, let's talk cosmetics in Smash. Let's take Donkey Kong, for example. In Smash, cosmetics are the alternate skins. The skins for Donkey Kong in Smash Ultimate is Donkey Kong, Black Donkey Kong, Reddish Donkey Kong, there's Purple Donkey Kong, Deku Kong, best skin by the way, White Donkey Kong, Golden Dong, and Pink Donkey Kong. That's it. And while some characters have model changes, such as a couple Mario skins for example, or the newly added Sora, most characters simply have color palette swaps.
Drop it!
Now, take characters like Sora, Steve, or Hero for example. What's so cool about these characters is that they have multiple skins that aren't just color swaps. Now, I'm not saying that the whole color swap thing is a bad thing, it's perfectly fine, and it's never been a problem, but that doesn't mean it can't be better. It's just like the fighters in the game. It's not like the roster in Smash 4 wasn't fine, but it's just that it could also be better. And better it once was when Smash Ultimate came out, unless you really hate these guys. But back to Donkey Kong, seeing that it's all color swaps just makes me realize that they absolutely could improve it. A great example for an alternate skin on Donkey Kong would be the boxing skin from Punch-Out! This was actually something the team that made Project M added. And I mean, I'll always remember first playing Project M and seeing that Donkey Kong skin literally turned me into a monkey. I was going crazy. It was just so refreshing to see a unique skin like that. And I immediately used the skin for Donkey Kong because of how unique it was. As a NES main, and yes, I am a NES main, I'm very sorry about that, but as a NES main, I always run this skin on him. This is my go-to skin since it was added in Smash 4. To me, this skin is my identity as a NES player. It's what makes me stand out from the other NES mains, other than the fact that I don't spam PK Fire most of the time. But this is my identity as a NES player. But I mean, it's just blue and purple instead of red and yellow. My identity as a NES player could be much more. To segue into the main point, I want to take a look at Diddy Kong, who also only has color swaps. One of his skins is based off of Dixie Kong. Now, Dixie Kong has been quite the requested character for some time now. People have wanted to have her in the game, but the best we've gotten is a Diddy Kong skin and a hat for the Miis. Now the thing is, however, is that to be fair, Dixie Kong doesn't really have much going for her based on her in-game appearances that would warrant her a completely unique fighter. That mainly is because, well, she's very similar to Diddy Kong. Sorry for saying that to all the Dixie Kong fans out there who could probably make an entire moveset out of her. But her being a color swap for Diddy Kong is her best bet of being included. But what if it was more than that? Like I said, Diddy Kong and Dixie Kong are very similar, so if Dixie Kong had Diddy Kong's moveset, she'd work fine in the game. But I mean, the last thing we need is more Echo Fighters. What if Dixie Kong was an alternate skin for Diddy Kong as her own model and not just a color swap? Of course, with voice line changes as well. That right there did 3 things. 1, it included her in the game. 2, it gave Diddy Kong a more unique and diverse alternate skin set, and 3, it added 1 less Echo Fighter to the game. This concept could apply to Peach with Daisy, Samus with Dark Samus, Sonic with Shadow, and Tails, and Knuckles, and SBO, and Silver, and Metal Sonic, and Blaze, and my OC Blonic, and... oh, sorry, I'm getting off topic. Let's switch over to Mario. Imagine if instead of this, we had something like this. I can expect that most of you watching this would like this. And so to get to the main point, imagine if it was like this for every character in the game. This is something I think Nintendo could do to upgrade the next Smash title. All the fighters already have unique movesets that make them feel different, but they're missing unique alternate skins that make them look different. Now, of course, that's great and all, but I talked about cosmetic microtransactions, so where does that play in? Well, as cool as the alternate skin concept would be, it could still be even better. I think something that isn't bad, of course, but is a little unfortunate, is that when a fighter releases, whether it's from a new Smash title coming out or a DLC fighter releasing, as soon as that character drops, that's it. The only thing you can expect from this character as game updates come out is hotfixes and balance changes. That's it. Again, it's not like that's bad, but as with everything I've mentioned in this video, it could be better. So let me put this in perspective. A new Smash title drops, the game comes with an item shop, for example, and within that item shop you can purchase even more alternate skins for fighters, as well as other things such as taunts, for example. Let's put the price point for alternate skins at, say, $5 and the taunts at $1. Now hold on, I know some of you might not like the sound of that, but just keep in mind, most people are willing to spend $55 for both of the fighter passes, and I can guarantee most of you probably barely touch half of the fighters from these passes after their initial releases, so I personally don't see an issue with spending, say, $7 to give the character you do play all the time, to give them a cool new skin and 2 different taunts. On top of that, I want to bring up the point that this shop for skins and taunts and whatnot would be a monetary gain for Super Smash Bros. Post-launch, and as a direct result, I mean, hey, there's a high chance that DLC fighters wouldn't be locked behind a payment in the future. To me personally, I see a much better turnout for a cosmetic shop being the monetary gain for Smash as opposed to DLC fighters. You know, actual unique characters. And hell, depending on how well it could do, that could even make Super Smash Bros. A free-to-play game in the future, which definitely has its bonuses, as this is a fighting party game after all. You know, a game where you play with a lot of your friends. When everyone's at the same house on the same console, then of course there's no problem with that, but online, everyone's got to have a copy. So picture, instead of paying $40 or so for the next Smash game, dropping over $50 or so on DLC fighters, and that's it, instead picture downloading the next Smash game for free, getting every DLC fighter for free, and not having to drop a single dime unless you want to, on a character you main no less. And even then, that's, under $10 probably. Now again, you can spend more if you want, but that's the luxury of cosmetics. You don't have to buy anything to access the content. They're cosmetic. I don't think I need to explain that further. I mean, this is just kind of a basic understanding of cosmetics, but I digress. Now, not only would this be a financial benefit for both players and Nintendo, but there's also another major factor, and that's regarding the Mii costumes. I want to go back to Diddy Kong and Dixie Kong real quick. Like I mentioned before, Dixie Kong does come in the game in the form of a hat for Mii's. Now, if Dixie Kong became a skin for Diddy Kong, whether she's one of the 8 alternate skins you start with, or a skin you can buy in the item shop, then there's no longer a need to make her into a Mii costume. This can apply to most of the other Mii costumes. I can assume that most of you here play the Mii fighters mainly for one reason, and that's just to try out the Mii costumes that come out. I'm sure there's some die-hard Mii fighter mains watching this right now, but the majority of us blow the dust off of these fighters so that we can use the new Creeper costume. I know I keep using the word imagine, but imagine if instead of having to go to the Mii Gunner to use the, say, new Doomslayer Mii, what if instead you could play as Samus, who has a Doomslayer alternate skin that you can buy in the item shop? It's not like Samus's moveset is close to that of Doomslayer's. I mean, the only real similarity is that they both wear suits and have guns, right? But then again, the same similarity applies to Mii Gunner. And again, the only reason you're playing Mii Gunner is because you want to play as Doomslayer. With Samus, however, not only do you have a more interesting moveset, but you aren't limited to the character design that Mii fighters are. You could truly look like Doomslayer in all his glory. This could apply to so many other characters, such as an Isaac skin for Hero, a Spyro skin for Duck Hunt, a Goku skin for Lucario. Point is, the possibilities are endless. There are characters that are likely never going to be fighters in the game, but at least they don't have to be Mii fighters. And that just means your favorite fighters in the game, who are the placeholders for these skins, are just getting more love and attention. It's worth mentioning that this concept isn't new though. Aside from me saying that this was directly inspired off of Warner Brothers' farting game, aside from me saying that this was directly inspired off of Warner Brothers' fighting game Multiverses, this is also something you can find in games like Fortnite or other fighting games like Brawlhalla, where Brawlhalla is especially similar considering you can get licensed characters as skins for the fighters in the game. But what would make this so big for Smash is that Smash is the ultimate when it comes to crossovers. We all know that. The only competition they have now, honestly, is Fortnite. But regardless, Smash is huge with licenses. So to get even more love for all these different licenses would be massive. I'd also like to mention that this doesn't have to be just limited to skins. Like I said before, you could add taunts, windscreen animations, and maybe even something new such as the smaller characters in Nintendo franchises existing in the background as pets, if you will. Again, the possibilities are endless, and this could just add so much more to the game. There could be things you can do in challenges to unlock free skins, DLC fighters can end up being free, and maybe even the game, and like I said, your mains can end up getting some love during post-launch. Of course, it goes without saying that there are valid flaws. The first and most apparent thing, well, what if they start making way too many skins and way too little DLC fighters? Characters who should be fighters in the game, such as Crash Bandicoot for example. And to that I say, at the end of the day, that's up for Nintendo to determine what's worth making a skin and what's worth making an actual DLC fighter. I would hope Nintendo do things perfectly, and as I mentioned before, we're talking about a scenario where Nintendo would do this right. The other flaw that could be seen in this is that this would be way too much work for employees, which I can totally understand. After all, this is a lot of things being added to the game, and to that I say, well, there's nothing that money can't solve, and if this is making money, then that problem can easily be solved. More employees, higher paychecks, and so on, and that in turn will just make it so that Nintendo has a reason to make post-launch content for even longer. I mean, if you think about it, we still probably have a ways to go before the next Smash title. I'm guessing at least a few years, but as it stands now, no more content is coming out for Smash Ultimate anymore. I'll say it again. It's not like that's a bad thing, but it could be better. More income, more employees, higher paychecks, that all just means that there's a reason to do more. So, yeah, that's my stance on what I think would make the next Smash title a true upgrade to Ultimate. I'm sure many of you, though, have conflicting opinions, so please, be sure to talk about them in the comments. I'm going to be reading them all, and I mean, hey, everyone here who made it up to the end of the video wanted to listen to some guy's opinion about Smash, so I'm sure there's plenty of people here who want to listen to yours as well. Just, please spare me from the dislike button. I was just giving my opinions, bro, I'm sorry. But, yeah, that's about it. I'll be going back to talking about mobile game ads now, so stay real.